Hi everyone. In this video we are going to go over standard costs and variances specifically related to direct materials. In this chapter we still need to understand product costs. Remember, product costs are raw materials, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. The process to put together product costs are raw materials, then it goes to work in process, then it goes to finished goods, and then it goes to cost of goods sold when it's finally sold. Okay, so it sits in finished goods until it's sold. This particular problem that I'm about to explain is going to calculate direct materials variances when the quantity purchased differs from the quantity used. Okay, so let's look on the top. I want you to write down direct materials price variance. You will derive that by taking actual quantity purchased and multiply that. So order of operations, you will do it inside the parentheses first. Actual price minus standard price. That will give you your direct materials price variance. So remember, read the question. Is it asking you for the direct materials price variance? If it's asking you for the direct materials quantity variance, here will be your equation. You're going to take the standard price, you will multiply that, parentheses first, actual quantity. Now, your book calls it AQU. That's the actual quantity used. I'm trying to make your life easier, so you could just call it actual quantity minus standard quantity, okay? But it's usage. You'll get that. All right, now we're going to go through, and by the time you're done, you will have to decipher whether these price variance was favorable or unfavorable, and the quantity variance was favorable or unfavorable. So managers want to look to decipher if their price variance was either favorable or unfavorable. That's going to tell them that the raw materials, either they're paying too much, or and a good thing, they're getting the right price for it. The quantity variance is going to tell managers if it's favorable, that they're using the right amount. If it's unfavorable, that they're not. Maybe they're using too much. So it will help them make decisions to improve their operations. All right, so let's go through how you're going to do this. All right, so here's the problem. Mitchell Products manufactures faux boulders to be used in various landscaping applications. A special resin is used to make the boulders. The standard quantity of resin used for each boulder is 2 pounds. We're going to use that later on, so kind of jot all these numbers down. Mitchell Products uses a standard cost of $1.80 per pound for the resin. The company produced 11,000 boulders in June. In that month, 21,750 pounds of resin were purchased at a total cost of $43,500. A total of 21,500 pounds were used in producing the boulders in June. So that 21,500, that's the actual number. Okay, so let's break this down. All right, so what we're first about to figure out is the actual direct materials cost per unit. So this, we got to do some computations. All right, so we're going to take the 43,500, which is in that month, 20 pounds of resin were purchased at a total cost of 43,500. So the total cost was 43,500. So I'm going to kind of write this small. I'm going to show you how we're going to figure that out. So 43,500. And we are going to divide that by 21,750. And what that is going to give us is what it actually costs them per unit. That is an actual number. So that equals $2. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to look back at the problem, and it says they use a standard cost. Now, of course, after a while, they could increase the standard cost or decrease it. They'd look at the past history. But right now, they're telling that the standard cost is $1.80 per pound. So I go across, and I put the $1.80 per pound. Okay, so before you even finish, we can analyze whether it's favorable or unfavorable. Well, they estimated that it was going to be, the standard cost is an estimate, $1.80, but the actual amount is $2. So that's not good, right? So take the difference between the two, and that is 0.20. All right, now here's what you're going to do. We go back to the equation. You're going to take the actual quantity purchased. So the actual direct materials purchased was $21,750. You multiply it out. So 0.20 times $21,750. So the direct materials price variance is $4,350. But remember, this is unfavorable. So this is you, okay? Their actual was more than the standard. So that's how you do the direct materials price variance. Okay, now let's go over the actual direct materials used. Look back at the problem, the actual direct materials. So a total of 21,500 pounds were used in producing the boulders in June. 21,500, those were actually used. The standard direct materials used, this you have to figure out. So let's go back to the problem. They produced 11,000 boulders in June. The standard quantity of resin that they estimate is $2 pounds. So you're going to take 11,000. Let me just kind of write this here small so you see where that number is coming from. Multiply that by 2, and that gives you 22,000. Okay, so again, do not do this mindlessly. Understand when it's favorable, unfavorable. Okay, so the actual direct materials used, this is the actual. Here's the standard. This is what you estimated. Well, guess what? That's good. So you estimated your standard for more than what it actually happened. So you're going to take the difference between the two, and that is 500. Okay? All right, now you're going to multiply this by the standard direct material. CPU stands for cost per unit. I go back up here. What was that? That was $1.80. So I'm going to multiply the 500 by $1.80. I get my number, which is 900. But remember, you have to understand whether it's favorable or unfavorable. We just went through. The actual was less. This is favorable. Okay? So that's how you do the direct materials price variance and quantity variance. Okay?